offense for the A's. Chad Pinder will get his first start. He will be in left field. Mark Hanna at first base. So Matt Olson, normally the first baseman, out of the lineup today. Jonathan Lucroy, the veteran, will do the catching.
Well, here we go. Liam Hendriks had been wearing the number 31, signifying being the 31st player out of Australia to be in the big leagues. He gave that up to Sean Kelly when he came over, and we are underway.
Hendriks, the opener, typically will work out of the bullpen, but with the injuries that the A's have had, he's going to start this game instead of pitching out of the pen. His average fastball will be right around 96 miles an hour, and he also has a slider.
Ground ball to the shortstop, Simeon. One away. 63 degrees here at Rickey Henderson Field at the Coliseum. Light blue sky above. Big sports day. We're into overlap season. California Golden Bears playing North Carolina and over in Berkeley, not far from here, earlier this afternoon.
Gene Segura back in the lineup after missing a couple of days.
Down in San Diego, foul ball off the shin, deep bone bruise. Went 2 for 3 Wednesday in San Diego. Great to have him back. The hit machine, 4th in batting in the American League. 2nd in hits with 159 behind J.D. Martinez, 5 behind him. You can see there, great productivity his last couple of games. Gentleman with the mustache, a la Raleigh Fingers, is Daniel Langdon. He'll be coming in after Liam Hendriks gets things started.
Langdon originally listed as the starter for today, but Bob Melvin changing his mind and going with Hendriks. Hendriks in his last outing was in a relief appearance against Houston. He did go 4 innings, 4 hits, did not allow a run through 64 pitches, so they can stretch him out past that if Bob Melvin wants to. They have 14 relievers in their bullpen now, so a lot of options for Melvin. Mariners have 11 with the call-ups.
Call-ups made today, and listening to Scott Service talking to him early going in his media session. He got it off his chest. Not a big fan of bringing everybody up. And then he said, having said that, we could use the relievers in the pen.
It changes the game, certainly.
Yeah.
I think that was his point.
25 to 20. I said, what are you looking at? I said, how about we go 25 to 28 guys? You can have 40 up here if you want, but 25 to 28 guys are eligible. That's what they do in hockey. Hey, carrying a lot of guys. You name your 20 who are playing tonight. Up the middle, right past Liam Hendriks. Another hit for Segura.
Batting in the 3rd position.
See Gene get off to a good start here.
Number 22, Robinson.
Here's Robinson Cano, 1 for 3, a home run last night. The 4th inning we showed you. StatCast AI powered by AWS.
Robbie with a home run last night, his 6th on the year.
Home runs. He's got 14 doubles, and he slashes away strike 1.
You probably noticed with Hendriks on the mound, he's throwing his fastball. He will throw it often, and right around 75% of the time.
There's Robbie's numbers against Hendriks. Left center field. Pinder's there. Number 2. 2 out. Segura at first with his 120th single. Tops in the American League. D. Gordon 2nd in singles at 112. D getting tonight off. We'll bring up Nelson Cruz. Nelly 2 for 4 with a home run. Hit it off the label last night. Nah, I didn't get it all. I said, yeah, it didn't have the sound.
He said the same thing to me. I was asking myself, I was just making sure it wasn't the wind, because Well, Dave and I, you can't tell sometimes. No, it was on the label.
So that's why you lift all those weights. It's something else. I love talking to him about the home runs. You know, if he gets it, the ones that, you know, just explode off the bat. I mean, you can hear it 2 counties over. And just the look in his eye. Yeah, I got that one. Segura back. Gene 20 out of 30 in stolen bases this season. Gene tied for 9th in that category in the league. I don't know. Mariners gained ground first night, gave it back last night. Get back to 4.5 back, a little late. Fouled it into the glove of catcher Luke. Love to see him get tonight and tomorrow. Baltimore coming in for 3. Yankees coming in for 3.
Hendricks with a good fastball here in the first. He has been 97 miles an hour. That last fastball in the middle of the plate. With some velocity to it.
Here comes Laureano. Battle the sun just a little bit. The Mariners go quietly in the first, Brandon Segura. We're underway here in Oakland. Good to have you with us. James Paxton, finally, he's back on the mound. First time in a couple of weeks. And he's going to face James Paxton. Here's a look at the rest of the A's lineup.
The A's are second in the American League in home runs, and Marcus Semien with 11 home runs in the leadoff spot. Hitting second, Matt Chapman. He was 2 for 5 with his 22nd home run last night, and hitting 5th in the lineup, Stephen Piscotty, 2 for 4 with a home run. He now has 19 home runs on the year. For James Paxton, a 3.68 ERA, 10-game winner so far, and 139 and a third. He has 176 strikeouts. Opponents hitting just 225 against James.
Marcus Semien, 4 hits against Paxton, 2 have been home runs. Big fella underway here. First pitch, ball 1. Adrian Johnson has balls and strikes tonight. Corey Blazer umpired first. Trip Gibson at second. Crew chief Brian Gorman, 26 years. Umpire in the big leagues. He's at third. I know, Mikey, always at this stage, you know, Paxton comes out, especially now coming out after downtime. Keep an eye on that velo, right, with Paxton?
Yeah, I'll be curious with him, 1, how he commands the strike zone, and then 2, how quickly he will be able to get to 95 miles an hour. First 2 fastballs, seen 93 in the last 2, 94.
Semien 2 for 3 in last night's game. Outside.
fastball at 95 miles an hour. The velocity is there in the first.
Simeon batted 7th last night. Swing and a miss.
Typically will lead off against left-handed pitching.
Went off against LeBlanc. First game on Thursday. Actually was batting 8th in last night's game. Got a full count here.
96 on that fastball is in the middle of the plate with 96 miles an hour. So a good sign with James Paxton.
Mariners finished the month of August 12 and 16. The A's 18 and 9. 3-2. Back up this way.
Going right at him.
Good sign. He's got servicing 80, 85 pitches. See how the ball's coming off the bat. They determine it how far Paxton could go. Do it again at 3-2. They lost it.
And the defense for the Mariners. Ben Gamble will get the start in right field. Haniger will be in center. Gene Segar's missed the last couple of games. Back at shortstop. Good to see him in the lineup. Mike Zunino also had last night off, but back in the lineup. He will do the catching this evening.
Right young third baseman here, Matt Chapman. Last 9 games swinging a hot bat, a 375 clip.
He hit a line drive home run last night. Got out of the ballpark in a hurry. 22 home runs on the
2-2 pitch first inning. Yep. Foul back.
quickly ahead. Maybe we'll see the breaking ball now. So far it's been nothing but the fastball. Good month of August for Matt Chapman.
Took something off. He did go, says home plate umpire Adrian Johnson. Chapman's gone. One down, first strikeout for Paxton. Chapman now 0 for 11 against the Big Maple.
I thought it was a strike anyway. It was a curveball at the bottom of the strike zone, definitely on the plate.
Batting third, playing second, number 8,
So one out. We'll bring up the second baseman Jed Lowry, switch hitter. He's walking by their cage. Said, dude, you're having a great year. I'm healthy. He had a deviated septum, which really messed up his sleeping. He went to a sleep specialist and found out he was only getting 50% of oxygen, so he had to get an operation. And of course, he had a foot problem a few years ago. He's just wearing it out this year. 275, 21 homers, 84 runs batted in. Oh, and 2. And Mengden will be next up. They'll have a parade of relievers. The only thing they won't have floats for them to come in on. Working a high fastball, didn't get it. Lowry 5 for 19 against Paxton. Good heater, strikes him out. Back-to-back Ks for Paxton.
96 on that last fastball.
Big out.
This challenges him with a good fastball in the middle of the plate. Right after him.
Good to get Lowry. A 357 hitter, 4 homers, 14 RBIs against the Mariners this year.
Camara Supermo, 4-seam fastball, late swing, 96 miles an hour.
Chris Davis 1 for 4 in RBI last night. Co-leader in home runs in the major leagues with J.D. Martinez at 39. Chase, no advance.
Another curveball. So a couple of curveballs here in the first inning. Well, James, it's a knuckle curve that he throws. 12-6 curveball. Also has a hard slider. He calls it a cutter. Typically will pitch down and into right-handers with that pitch.
Simeon aboard it. Leadoff walk. A couple of strikeouts since then. Now 0-2 pitch here to Davis. Well, happy September 1st, everybody. Crunch time getting crunchier. Got to have these victories. Got to get hot. Davis didn't swing the bat. It's real well in the month of August. Hopefully that'll turn around here in September off the end of the bat.
Felix. Felix will get the start tomorrow.
There's 1-2 to Davis. So the count even. A bigger crowd here tonight. They're going to have a big fireworks spectacular after the game. 2-2 pitch here to Davis with Simeon at first. Popped it up, playable. Cano to his left. Makes the catch. And some good velocity there from James Paxton, racking up a couple of strikeouts. We go to the second inning. Closing, buying a home. Jet Closing can save you time, money, and stress. Visit jetclosing.com today. And by Safeco Insurance, find a local agent at safeco.com as you look at Fort Point, south end of the Golden Gate Bridge. Originally built a couple of years before the Civil War to help defend San Francisco Bay, now a historical monument. There's Denard Span asking him about fellas coming out of the bullpen of the A's last night. He shook his head. He says, really good. And a lot of late movement, a lot of explosiveness on those fastballs.
For Hendricks in the first inning, these four batters gave up one hit. It was to Segura, base hit back up the middle. His fastball was at 97 miles an hour.
And 0 for 4 last night. Last night the A's, after Mike Fiers got knocked out of the box, used Petit, Trevino, Rodney, Familia, and Trinan. Mariners did not get a hit off of that relief core. Just a couple, beg your pardon, just 2. Strike 1 there to Span, Healy, and Seager. 5, 6, and 7 coming up.
Well, when you consider that Trevino had been their 8th inning pitcher, Trinan the closer this year. They pick up Rodney, Familia, And then all of a sudden we see Trevino pitching in the 6th inning, throwing 100 miles an hour. So you can see how important it will be for the Mariners to try to get a lead.
That was the other thing. He said, we better get a lead early.
Yep.
Better get it. An outstanding crew they have. I'll bring up Ryan Healy swinging a hot bat. 3-game hitting streak, 5 for 12 on a road trip. He's done some nice work. 2 for 4, home run last night, couple of RBIs. Decent lead for Span. Ooh, wow, that was close. He stumbled a little bit. Oh, man.
A little bit of a stutter step going back into first base. Thought about diving, decided to stand up. So he was going to dive and then stands up. Was really close.
Super close. My goodness. Back in there.
Hendricks is quick to first base.
He hit a line drive off the sign out in left center field last night's game. 24 home runs. He had career best 25 last year with the A's. Two here to Ryan.
I think that was the first slider from Hendricks. He stayed with his fastball, but used the slider that time.
A little different action here tonight. First 2 games. Mariners put up 5 in the first inning. A's duplicated that last night. We're scoreless here, top 2. See why it's important for Ryan to get ahead in the count.
Aggressive swing at a high fastball, 97 miles an hour at the top of the strike zone. It was in the middle of the plate.
I don't think there's a coach in baseball that works out harder in the gym than Edgar Martinez. And if there is, I want to see him.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And he's also going to have to be working really hard because he has some call-ups today. Going to have a few more. This is ripped into the gap.
Solid contact. Span will hold at second. Laureano's got the good arm.
But Edgar's workload as far as on the field is going to jump up also with the extra players. I was asking him about the time. They have a designated time when the guys hit on the field before the game every day, and they hit in groups. And he was saying that depending on how many position players were going to be called up, they might have to come in early, have the extra guys hit then as opposed to hitting just before the game. Because the main thing is that the players that are playing that night get their time to hit. And he'll have to juggle that around.
Got, the get to know you process.
Yeah.
Got to make it happen here because one of these guys, some of these extra guys, the way games develop, anything can and will happen. Here's Kyle Seager. Dropped him down a spot in the lineup. 7. It's a difficult road trip for him, to say the least. 4 for 27. 148 clip. Got 1 for 4 last night with a run scored. Here's some of the Mariners who brought back. Let's see. Bradford had been up here. Cook, Freitas, Pazos, Justin Grimm. Somebody had been with Texas when Scott Service was with that organization, and Christopher Negron was picked up from Tacoma.
Clubhouse a little more crowded today.
Sold the bus and sold the plane. Possibly more coming. An opportunity to break through on the scoreboard here. Second inning for the Mariners. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. Seager 1-1 pitch. 2-1. Daniel Colomb now warming up, left-hander in A's pen.
I guess when you have 14 relievers, you can start to mix and match in the first inning if you choose.
Have a guy get up and down a couple, 3 times. Oriano sets up. Span will hold.
That's pretty good arm.
Isn't it?
Most of the time you would tag up and go to third on a play like that, but with that arm out in center field, no chance.
He threw out George Springer trying to get the third couple of nights ago down in Houston. There's Colomb.
Mike Zunino hitting 8th in the lineup today. Colomb gets loose.
2-on, 1 out now for Mike Z. 0 for his last 9. 3 for 17 on the road trip. Ball 1. Yep, he is due for another hot streak, or a hot streak. 0 for 4 Thursday night's game. One. Showed you the players added to the Mariner roster. A's added 8 players themselves. A lot of folks in clubhouses all around the major leagues. 1-1. Now Emilio Pagan. Everybody hit. Hey, you want to warm up a little bit? Go ahead. Jump in. We're going to use you anyway, so you might as well get some early action.
They had to bring out extra chairs for the A's bullpen today. And they're lined up against the fence.
2-2 to Mike Zunino. 1 out. Runners at first and second.
Major League Baseball is promoting the fight against childhood cancer today, and that's why you see all the gold wristbands on the players and the umpires.
Mentioned a little bigger crowd here tonight. Fireworks coming up after the game. Zunino swings through, 2 down.
And Bob Melvin out of the dugout, and he's going to go get the left-hander.
Ben Gamble is going to be the hitter. And we'll take a break as Liam Hendricks opens the game and goes an inning and 2/3. Yankees beat Detroit earlier this afternoon, 2-1 at Yankee Stadium. Danny Colon is the new pitcher.
26 appearances, 1-1 record, 4.5 ERA, 26 strikeouts, over 11 walks. Opponents hitting .271 against him. Fastball slider combination.
And Mike, the parade is underway.
It is underway.
Ben Gamble, the hitter, 0 for 2 last night, came off the bench. 82 games, he's hitting .284, a homer, 14 runs batted in. I'm in a board here, looking for a big 2-out base hit. All one. Gamble hitting .225 against left-hand pitcher. Drills this one, right center field, got some carry, bangs it off the fence, Span scores. Healy rumbling around. Here's the throw to the plate. It is not in time. There's the 2-out knock we were looking for. 2-run double, Ben Gamble. Mariners have a 2-0 lead here in the second. Couple RBIs for Ben. Gives him 16 on the season, his 13th double. That is a true definition of a ringing double. Man, that thing got out there.
So the left-on-left matchup that Melvin was going for does not work out for him. Pays off for Ben Gamble. Misses with a first pitch slider, challenges him with a fastball, and he hits a line drive off the fence, and there's going to be another pitching change for Bob Melvin. He'll go to the right-hander.
We'll step aside. Sit back. We're going to be here a while. 2-0 Mariners.
Your attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen, now pitching for the
They're scoring from first.
Top of the order. Mitch Haniger to face one-time Mariner Emilio Pagan.
ERA right at 4, 53 strikeouts and 54 innings. Was hitting .236 against him. Fastball slider, his average fastball at 94 miles an hour.
And Healy traded places in that deal back in November of last year, November 15th. Began with the Mariners last year, 34 games, 2-3 record, a 3.22 ERA. Haniger bounced out to short to open up the ballgame.
Mitch with a 12-game hitting streak. Over the 12 games, hitting .327, 4 home runs.
So Mengden is trying to heat up again.
They may throw half a ball game down in the bullpen.
If he hasn't already. 1-1. Here to Haniger. Segura on deck. 2 outs, runner at second, a 2-0 Mariner lead.
What a clutch double by Ben Gamble. Couple of outs. They go to get the left-hander in the second inning. And he lines it into the gap. That'll pick your offense up. Again, we've talked about it time and time again in this series with the bullpen the A's have. It's important to have a lead. Good news for the Mariners, able to score early.
Ranging over is Canna. Makes the play, but damage done by the Mariners, and good work with 2 outs. Ben Gamble, a 2-run double, gives the Mariners a 2-0 lead.
Baseball, and then his middle finger on the seam of the baseball, and he does that because he basically wants to just pull down with that middle finger right over the top, and it's going to be about 82 miles an hour. It's a power 12-6 curveball called a knuckle curve, and it's a tremendous weapon for James Paxton.
Pax will have 5, 6, and 7 in the order coming up. Stephen Piscotty leads off, strike 1. Piscotty, Chad Pinder, and Ramon Laureano.
And James has picked up a couple of strikeouts using the knuckle curve. Also has a hard slider.
Paxton against the A's 3-0 and 8 starts at 3.50 ERA. 2 games this year. Only pitched 7 1/3 innings, a 1.26 ERA. That hurt. One thing that's bad about that too, if you've done a couple of those during the course of the season, now you get another one. Here we are, September 1st. That really got.
It's that time of the year, and
right?
You were talking about it earlier. We've seen a lot of it in this series. We take a look. Primero Supermo on the inside corner, and hits it right off the instep of his foot. But you were talking about it earlier with the pitching that we've seen, especially the power arms and the late movement. That's what causes that. And there's a lot of really good arms in this series with late movement, including James.
0-2 to Piscotty. 2 for 4, knocked in 2 runs last night. Foot's got to be barking. Thought they'd go down in there again. He went up the stairs, fouled it back. Paxton in his first meeting against the A's this year back on May 2nd. Career best 16 strikeouts in a 7-inning. 5-hit shutout performance, walking 1. And Zunino's got to find it. Scotty can run a little bit. Here's the throw. A little wide, but Gamble backing up. Strikeout, wild pitch.
And we'll take a look at it. Looks like it's a curveball that's in the dirt.
Really had no chance, ball tailing in. Gamble was on the case. Chad Pinder to the gap. Piscotty to second. Rolling to third, Matt Williams puts up a stop sign. A double for Pinder, and the A's are answering back here in the bottom of the second. 10th double for Pinder.
Well, it's unfortunate that James gets the strikeout, but it turns into a wild pitch. So Piscotty can get on base, and then on a first pitch fastball, Pinder doubles in the right center gap.
Center fielder, number 22, Ramon Laureano.
That is a great word choice, unfortunate. It is family TV after all, but my inner voice went a little stronger, Mike, just so you know.
I understand.
Laureano went for 2 with an RBI last night.
I mentioned it. James with a couple of strikeouts in the first inning. He could use one here.
9 runs aboard.
Infield is back. Runs up a couple of runs. Nobody out.
Laureano's provided one heck of a lift for this ball club since coming up August 3rd from AAA in Nashville. 1-1 pitch. And this.
Elevated fastball at 95 miles an hour. So far, James is topped out at 96.
Got to bear down. This young man's been tough. Runners in scoring position. 7 for 17 since the call-up. 1-2 pitch. And he got him looking. 4 strikeouts for the Big Maple. 1 down here in the second.
Quality pitch, 95 miles an hour, right at the top of the zone. It was a strike. Home plate umpire Adrian Johnson making the call. James can consistently get the high strike called for him. Pick up a bunch of strikeouts.
Cano right over the umpire. Run's going to score as Cano throws out Cano. Scoring on the play is Piscotty. Second base umpire Trip Gibson just got down low enough.
Cano will pick up an RBI. Wow. Jeez. Good reaction.
Umpire's going to have to start learning how to shift a little better. Wow. 2-1 ball game. There's Jonathan Lucroy 0 for 4 in last night's game, but he's got good numbers against Pat. 6 for 13 and a homer. Two out to run in. Pinder, pretty good runner. He's at second. This one fouled back. A strikeout wild pitch. Double to the right center field gap. A strikeout looking. An RBI ground out. Mark Cannon. They're still on top 2-1. Look out.
James staying with the curveball. We have not seen the slider yet.
Here's Paxton with the 0-2. Staying alive. Angels 3-2 lead at Houston, bottom of the 8th. Here comes the 0-2 again. Swing and a miss, got him. Menino holds on. 3 strikeouts in the inning, 5 for the ball game. A run on a hit, and a man left. 2-1 Seattle. Phone. Let's reach our target 0 goal together. 0 traffic deaths in your family, 0 traffic deaths in our state. Mentioned pretty decent crowd here at Rickey Henderson Field at the Coliseum in Oakland as Daniel Mengden takes over. And you old timers out there are going to delight in watching this young man pitch because he has a full windup.
Pretty good mustache too.
A very good, yes. Rolly fingers, stamp of approval.
17 appearances, a 4.28 ERA, 94 2/3. He has 57 strikeouts. Only hitting .248. He has given up 15 home runs this year.
I think when we saw him earlier, he did have the Rolly little at the end. He had a little turn up. Look at this, a full windup. We're back. It's 1958, everybody. Unbelievable. Paul Bird was the last pitcher the Mariners had that it's my memory. Our first year together, 7. Remember the snow out game?
Yeah,
in
I think
Cleveland.
that's right.
And remember in that same game, he did a double pump.
Which was great.
Yeah, that was tremendous. Kevin Crimmins and I went nuts at that. Look at this. Segura, Cano, Cruz, 2, 3, and 4. Gene with a base hit to center, first inning. This is when you have memories of my youth. I mean, everybody. I grew up in Philly, and everybody knows watching Robin Roberts. He had a wind up very similar to that. Hall of Famer.
I would encourage him to bring the handlebars back to the mustache.
That's a good call. Mike Blowers, noted hairstylist, and
it's just different. If you're going to go with the full windup in today's game,
no,
why not?
Yeah, that's a good call. Fill out the package.
Well, the Mariners looking to add on. Langdon already the 4th pitcher for the A's in this one. We're starting the 3rd inning.
Bob Melvin punching a lot of dance cards tonight. Ariana coming on, and he's there to make the play. Well, we've seen this kid a few times on TV, and now 2nd series in the last couple of weeks. Looks like he's a keeper.
Yeah, he's going to mix it up. His fastball has some run to it, 92, 93 miles an hour, but he has all the pitches and will mix it up, use both sides of the plate.
I was talking about the center fielder.
Yeah, he's terrific defensively, and he's off to a really good start offensively, too. He really hasn't hurt the Mariners too bad swinging the bat, but I think he's going to be a good player. Came into the game hitting .317.
He's got the big arm. There's Robbie Cano, left flight out for left first time. Mariners rallied last night. They were down 5-1, and Robbie led off 2-2 full count, actually. Home run after being down 0-2 in the count. Foul off. For 1. As per usual, dictating pacing of the at-bat. Langdon in his 3rd year in the big leagues, an 11-17 record overall. 4.81 ERA. .38 games, 37 starts entering tonight. 209 innings. Parts of 3 seasons. Got Cano 1-2. Two. Nelson Cruz to follow. Pitched in high school, right? A little bit.
A little bit.
Did you go modified, or did you have a semblance of a full windup?
No.
Just
I was a position player that would throw as hard as he could. It was nowhere near all of that going on. No way.
He's using his leg, his backside. He is into it. Curveball way upstairs.
72 miles an hour.
All the pitchers in the major leagues, I bet he's one of about 4 guys that does this, if that. It might not be that many. And the hesitation at the top.
I would think that it just makes it more difficult to repeat your pitches and the things that you're trying to get done out there, and because otherwise everybody would still do it right out of the windup.
Yes and no. I would think, particularly now, it's so unusual because you just don't see it for once. So that's an advantage. And the other thing, it seems like rhythmically, you get a good push off. You know, you're building up. You know, I'm no physicist, but anything. But you're building up some good energy to push forward.
It'd be a good conversation with Mel Stottlemyre and ask him about it.
Yeah. Back up this way, especially. I remember my mind's eye watching his dad in the '64 World Series. He was pretty much, still.
Everybody was that. Yeah, it was very common.
Yeah. Like, I pitched a little league for crying out loud. You got to get the whole windup in there. But that really went away. When did you say that was?
It seemed like I saw it quite as much. I was trying to even think about some pitchers. Maybe Dennis Martinez.
Yeah, because he didn't come up over his head. He had a turn. So Mengden's going up over his head.
Well, it's definitely unique, and Robbie's wearing him out right now.
He sure is.
9 pitches in the at bat, fouling everything off.
Langdon out of Houston, Texas, went to Texas A&M. Right through the box.
Wins the battle. 10 pitch at bat and a line drive back up the middle. You'll have to remind me, Dave, but you and I just thought of something. You and I will get some answers to it. Playing the Baltimore Orioles. Hopefully Mr. Palmer will be in town, who did exactly that with the high leg kick on top of everything
we're doing
else.
that. I'm on radio, but I'm coming over. We'll bring him over to radio and talk about that.
There you
Good
go.
call.
Yeah.
Good call.
Solid line drive.
JP was great, and he threw the leg up in your face.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
he had it all. So we'll talk to him about it. Hopefully he'll make the trip to Seattle.
Leave a lot of time.
He's great. He is great.
Oh my goodness! Remember, was it 2-3 years ago? We had a rain delay in Baltimore. Here's Nelly, and that's when we were doing the Mount Rushmore of every team. That was a great listen. Got him going, and just sit back and let him roll.
It's terrific.
Nelly flied out to center.
Also with a home run last night. 33 home runs on the year.
We should definitely do. We probably should just do, especially since we just set it up, a dual recording radio and TV to get JP talking about a couple of finer points of pitch. A Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Still looks like he's about 45.
He's terrific.
Bless his heart.
Yeah. Doesn't work as much as he used to, but hopefully he'll make the trip.
Yep. He must have been in grade school when he was doing the underwear spots. That was a big to do. Nelly, he's aboard.
He's got something going.
Like that. So Mengden with a walk. Cruz to first, Cano to second. Sunday, September 9th. Boeing salute to Kids Day. Mariners take on the Yankees at 1:10 as part of the fun. All kids 14 and under. They're going to get a Mariners growth chart featuring teammates James Paxton, and you're going to get a chance to circle the bases for the final time this season. Get your tickets for the whole family at Mariners.com. Opportunity here for Span, who walked and scored second inning. And another one of our favorites, Kenny Singleton. I believe he's making the trip to the Yankee broadcast. He's going to taper down next year. He was going to retire. They convinced him to come back and do a few series in Tampa.
Good hitter.
Oh,
really
right?
good hitter, yeah.
Switch hitter, pop. Do some games in Baltimore and in New York. Ball one. As so many of our compatriots say, love coming to Seattle.
Yeah, they do. Mengden right now struggling with his command. 20 pitches, just 10 strikes.
It's a good number down there in lower left. Mariners 24-12 here since 2015. Chance for more runs here. Down the line. Looking good. Foul. A little too much of a hook.
Just 85 miles an hour. Looked like it could have been the changeup towards the end of the bat.
Two-out, two-run double by Ben Gamel in the second. Got the Mariners on the board. RBI ground out by Canna in the second for the A's run. Look at the damage he's done, Span, on the road. Oh, 2 strikes. Span 1 for 3 career against Mengden. Keppelman aboard. not members of the Mariner relay team, Cano and Cruz, but Span trying to move them along. Well, he fought off a tough pitch there. D. Gordon getting the night off. He's got service. A good chance we could see him in there again with a day off. Really lauded his work at shortstop the last few days with Segura out. Still battling a toe issue that knocked him out of action for a time earlier in the season.
I saw him last night. He had that guard covering his foot.
Up high. And the other thing too, you know, he came up as a shortstop, but he's had to air it out a couple of times.
Good arm.
It looked good, man.
Yeah, very good arm.
And the energizer on this ball club. It's come to when we get back, Baltimore and the Yankees coming to town. And if you're in position to keep an eye on the dugout, just watch how it keeps everything really upbeat. Time called by Span. I think it's starting to be a push now in terms of who controls it. Span or Cano. I mean, both of them are irritating as heck if you're an opposing pitcher. There you go, base hit. No stop. Oh, booted by Laureano. He can't find it. Robbie stopped. And now he's going to score. And Nelly moves to third. So single RBI, E8, 3-1 Mariners. Span picking up another run batted in, his 55th, his 27th as a Mariner.
Now batting, number 27, Ryan Healy.
Solid base hit right on the outside corner. Lines it back up the middle. They were stopping Robbie, and right there when it went off the heel of his glove, Scott Broch is the third base coach, starts to wave him in. Nelson will move up to third. With just one out, a good opportunity for Ryan Healy to drive in a run. He has been hot lately. Hit the ball hard his first time up. Picked up a base hit and scored a run.
Runners at the corners, one out. Hit hard. Look out, boys. Woo, man. Nelly. Dude, wrong way. Good reflexes being a base coach anymore in this day and age. I mean, you guys had pull hitters, and that, you know, back in your day, but this is crazy the way it goes now.
Well, for Scott, former third baseman, I'm going to ask him why he just didn't catch it.
The same reason you wouldn't have.
Exactly. I'm not. Still going to ask him.
I don't have those reflexes I had a few years ago.
There you go.
Oof. Yeah, there are not too many volunteers on that one. Medium to short right field. Oh, Lowry can't make the play. Scoring is Cruz, and the Mariners have another run.
And they catch another break.
Oh, man, how about that?
Well, I'm not sure what Piscotty, the right fielder, was doing unless he lost the ball. It's getting, I guess, about that time at night. It would have been a much easier play for him. Nelson scores.
He must not have seen it.
Lowry going back and drifting and drifting. He's right there. And then the break comes right here where he decides to throw the ball home. He could have at least picked up an out throwing the ball to second base to get Span, because Span wasn't sure if he was going to catch it or not, so he had to hold up. But when the ball came in towards home, Span able to reach second base. Primera Supermo reaching for it right off the end of his glove.
Now batting, number 15, Kyle Seager.
So 4-1 now, Mariners.
Imagine that would be a base hit.
Waiting for the official score. They just took the RBI away from Span. Here's Kyle Seager. Flight out to center. Well, I thought that was a routine play for Piscotty.
Take it.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, no, I'm not giving it back. I'm just saying. I just thought that was going to be a
No, you're right. It was a break. The Mariners catch a break right there because you're absolutely right about that, especially watching Lowry drifting and drifting and drifting. Kyle.
He puts a touch on this one and bangs off the wall. Span will get the stop sign, and now it's dropped by Lowry. Here comes Span. He scores standing up.
Come on,
Wow.
boy!
We'll take every and all breaks offered. Thank you very much.
That's exactly
One
right.
900 will take it. Man, oh man.
Well, Kyle drives this off the wall, right on the inside corner. Denard stops. He sees the ball dropped on the ground and then takes off for home. The Mariners taking advantage of a lot of mistakes by the A's.
You betcha. No RBI, single for Seager. Span scores on the E4. There's Zunino.
gonna be
Little
interesting.
Bloop City too in the old triangle. Laureano. Wow. And then isn't that? My goodness. This is one of those innings where you're glad there's not an accompanying soundtrack music.
Number 16, Ben Gamble.
Two outs.
Ben with a big base hit in the second inning. He doubled into right center to drive in a couple of runs.
Gamble, the 8th man to the plate. Crazy inning, to say the least. Corey Guerin, a right-hander, starting to heat up for the A's. Going 2 to Gamble. Second inning, a big 2-out, 2-run double off the fence out in right center field. Foul back. Oh, 2 pitch here to Ben. Breaking ball getting looking. Good inning nonetheless for the Mariners. They put 3 on the board, leave 2, take advantage of a couple of errors. 5-1 Mariners. Series with the Yankees. It starts next Friday, September 7th. It's also Puget Sound Energy's Foundation Preparedness in Full Swing Night. For details of this event, visit pse.com/preparedness. So Paxton with a lead. See how he handles it. Top of the order here for the Athletics.
Good to see him. Yeah, good to see him get some run support. Going to throw 37 pitches to get through the first 2 innings. If you missed it at the start of the game for James, his first time back from the disabled list, they're looking at 80 to 85 pitches for him tonight. There's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 innings.
A lot off of that pitch, 1 and 2. Simeon Watt open up the home first. 2 for 3 in last night's game.
James so far has topped out at 96 miles an hour. He's had an excellent knuckle curveball.
That's a foul ball. Simeon, Chapman, and Lowry. 1, 2, 3 in the order. Whoa! Oh my goodness! That's a big time play on the short hop by Kyle Seager. Beautifully done.
Put a star in the scorebook on that one.
Oh my goodness.
Serious exit velo, kind of an in-between hop, and Kyle picks it cleanly. Good reaction.
102 in the exit velo. That's big time.
And you see how much hook it had on it. A lot of top spin. Good play.
Just react, don't think. Chapman struck out. Check swing on an 0-2 pitch. What? 1-1. End of the 8th. Houston 7-3 now over the Angels as Gamble will put this away. 2 down. Wrap up final game here in Oakland for this season. Edwin Jackson, much traveled veteran, goes against Felix Hernandez. Pitched well in his last outing at San Diego. Just was a victim of very little run support, but that was a very encouraging sign in San Diego. Quick 2 outs. Here's Lowry, struck out on a 1-2 pitch. Drops in a breaking ball, strike 1. Zanino. Big Pac's 3-0 career against the Athletics in 8 previous starts. 3.50 ERA. Could not be more excited about being back after taking that liner off of the battle Lowry last time. Oh no, almost again. Jeez. Lowry hit him on the forearm last time we were here, and that one through the box, and thankfully it did not hit James. Can only imagine what's going through his mind right now. 1, 2, 3 in the 3rd. Cowboys have given them some runs. 5-1 Mariners. Here's Mitch Haniger for the third time. Daniel Mengden, fourth pitcher this evening, faced 8 batters in the third inning. Gave up 3 runs. 2 of them earned 4 hits and 2 errors made behind him.
Going to throw 40 pitches. 10 of them to Robbie, who lined back up the middle. Solid base hit for him.
Between that one by Robbie and what Lowry hit through the box, it looked like a Charlie Brown moment. Pitcher gets undressed, slicing drive. Laureano not going to get it. Mitch can run, and it bounces over the fence. It'll be an automatic double.
13-game hitting streak for Mitch Haniger. What a job he has done in that leadoff spot. He continues to drive the baseball. A lot of extra base hits for him.
His 30th double. He's got 2 triples and 23 home runs. Here's what we're talking about. If you're a Mariner fan, your heart's in your mouth here. Look at that, up the middle. Luckily, Robbie was right there. But actually, primo thing is that it didn't hit Paxton. He wanted no part of that nonsense again. He got hit hard last time we were here, 14th of August. Lowry hit one off his left forearm, knocked him out. This is his first game back since that moment. As we look at Segura, 1 for 2, base hit to center, and a fly out to center. Two-0 to Gene. Significant hit totals for Mr. Segura. You just saw that 87 road hits, most in the league. Leads the league in singles with 120. Overall in hits, 160, second in the league. J.D. Martinez. Look out.
Oh, goodness gracious. On a breaking ball at 73 miles an hour, but solid hit on the helmet. Just slips out of his hand, not much bite to it.
Was a curveball, but that doesn't mitigate the fear factor and the pain factor. Wow. Head athletic trainer Rob Nodine checking out Gene. Just welcoming him back after the bone bruise kept him out for the last 2 games.
Now batting, number 22.
Wow. He's going to shake it off. So the first 2 men have reached here in the 4th against Mengden. They'll bring up Cano. Single to center, run scored 3rd inning. 8 men to the plate in that frame for the Mariners. Trying to get comfortable up there. Off-speed pitch, strike 1. Astros beat the Angels 7-3 final. Bregman hit a home run, his 26th. 1-1 to Cano. Corey Guerin, next man up for the Athletics. Good count for Cano, 2-1. Two.
Good changeup. Well located on the corner. Mariners are 4 for 9 runners in scoring positions. Nelson Cruz waits his turn.
A lot of pitches from Mengden. Inning and change. Mariano giving ground, tagging his Hannigan. And he'll get to third. Segura returns to first as we check in with Angie Bente.
Now batting, number 23, Nelson Cruz.
Angie, thank you. Mr. Cruz now walked and scored in the third. Flied out to center his first time. Runners at the corner, shift on against Nelly. Fouled off. Got it off his foot.
As we were saying, we've seen a lot of that in this series. Two-seam fastball running in on his hands. It's actually off the back foot. That's rare. Still hurts.
I've learned a lot of great things about Nelson Cruz, and one of them, extraordinary pain tolerance. Segura at first, Haniger at third with 1 out. Teams back safely.
And the spray chart for Nelson.
Nelly 2 for 4, home run last night. 5-1 Mariner lead. 2 runs in the second, 3 in the third. Time called by the catcher Lucro. Nelly a big hole, giving the whole right side of the infield. One. Cruz 2 for 6 against Daniel Mengden. Late on the swing.
That was a slider in the middle of the plate. 82 miles an hour.
Here comes the 1-2.
74 miles an hour on the slow curveball.
Quite a good job to get a piece of that.
He's given Nelson a little bit of everything. He's seen all the pitches so far in this at bat.
Segura back safely again. Marcana, the first baseman. That's a fair ball. They get Segura. They do not get Cruz. Run scores. Another one on the board for the Mariners. 6-1 Seattle.
Good hustle by Nelson to beat it out. Pick up an RBI.
Yes, indeed.
Just a routine ground ball to the third baseman.
Bernard Smith.
RBI for Cruz, number 83. Span a base hit last time up. Base hit the center, came around to score. He's walked and scored as well. Mariners in the midst of their second time through seeing Daniel Mengden. Third man out of the pen. Liam Hendricks started, went an inning and 2/3. He was the opener.
Makes a lot of sense now. Makes a lot of sense, those two. Right? I played hard for you guys. I gave you all I got. It's hard for me to play.
Sean Manaea and Brett Anderson just going on a DL for the Athletics. Bob Melvin making this a bullpen night.
Mariners are just grinding out at bats and battling off a lot of pitches, trying to work counts. Paid off so far, 6 runs.
Paxton done his job as well. Off a run. That's it. This one hit to Lowry. He'll take care of it. Throws out Span. Another run on the board for the Mariners. The lead now 6-1 Seattle. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. and by the National Electrical Contractors Association, Cascade Chapter, investing in our future. Good to have you with us, everybody. Game 3, 4-game series, critical series with the Athletics. Mariners with a 6-1 lead. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, the Root Sports crew. Good job so far by James Paxton as we look at Fort Point and under the Golden Gate. Golden Gate Bridge, one of iconic symbols, one of many iconic symbols in San Francisco. Chris Davis, Stephen Piscotty, Chad Pinder, middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6. Davis popped out to Cano, his first time up.
And for James, now at 46 pitches. Going to be in the neighborhood of 80, 85. His first start back from the disabled list. They're hoping to get 5 or 6 innings out of him, and he's on track for that.
5 strikeouts, 1 walk, run on a hit. He's behind here, 3-0. Back in the count, 3-1. Full count to Davis. Major League co-leader in home runs, 39. J.D. Martinez, a name we keep repeating almost every time you look at the stat leaderboard. And nice job by Paxton. Was behind and comes back and strikes out Davis, his 6th strikeout. Time now for a Geico this date in MLB history, taking back to '96 after having his bat confiscated by Davey Johnson, the Baltimore manager. Alex Rodriguez borrows the bat from Ken Griffey Jr., hits a 3-run homer, helping Seattle win 5-1. Chris Piscotty fouls one off.
Talking about James and able to come back in the count. The strikeout on Davis. Pretty good job by Mike Zunino to hang on to the foul tip.
Good pitch.
He hasn't used his slider tonight. Maybe 1 or 2 at the most. He has stayed with his fastball and knuckle curve.
The 0-2. Did he go? They checked first base umpire Corey Blazer, said he did not. Oh, 2 strikes.
Back-to-back curveballs.
Knuckle curve, how would you rate that with others you've seen over the years?
It's as good as anybody's, I think. When he stays on top of it and you really see the 12-6 action and it's not sweeping is when it's at its best.
Segura's right there. Throws him out. How about this one, Mike? On this date in 1971, for the first time in Major League Baseball history, an all-black and Latin 9 were fielded by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Rennie Stennett, Gene Clines, Roberto Clemente, Willie Stargell, Manny Sanguillen, Dave Cash, Al Oliver, Jackie Hernandez, and Doc Ellis. It turned out that Bill Mazeroski was injured that day. Gene Alley was out. Richie Hebner. So that was the first time it happened.
Gene Klein, former hitting coach with the Mariners. And that was the Pirates, not the Steelers day. We had football today.
Did I say Steelers?
You said Steelers.
I did. I had Pittsburgh in my Pirates. Very good. They beat the Phillies 10-7 at Three Rivers. Yeah, you're right. It's crossover time.
It's crossover time.
But the Pirates, good catch. Thank you. But that's a.
Was that when the Pirates were? When did they start winning the World Series?
They won in 71, 71
yeah.
and 79.
Yeah.
But that.
Gene Klein's good hitting coach, and he could give it to you.
Oh, is that right?
Used to make me laugh all the time.
He's a good player. Heck of a lineup.
Very good lineup.
Bounce foul.
And there's the slider. I don't know when he was going to use it.
High heat. Count goes to 2-2.
96 miles an hour, and that's where he's topped out so far this evening.
Pinder double to right center field. And he strikes out here. That's 6 Ks. Make that 7 Ks for James Paxton. A nice lead for him. 6-1. Goldfield this season, thanks to Avoderm and Nylabone for just $50. You and man's best friend will receive tickets to the game, a Mariners Dog Water Bowl, and a chance to walk around the bases after the game. Visit mariners.com/Bart for tickets. It's Reba. H-Row and having fun with Reba before the game. Belongs to the head groundskeeper here. The dog has full reign of the ballpark and everybody loves her. Here's Ryan Healy. New pitcher is Corey Guerin. We've seen him warming up a couple, 3 times.
Fastball, slider, changeup. His average fastball at 92, and trying to get a feel for that slider. Okay, so you were talking about Mangin earlier. I would say Guerin is the complete opposite of that when it comes to a delivery. 3.5 ERA, 51 strikeouts, over 19 walks. Opponents hitting .237 against him.
Affecting a wrestler's look, the long wet hair. Hey, brother. Healy, Seager, Zunino.
Like this little stutter step and then go.
Pretty good movement on that ball. He's under it a little bit.
Yeah, it's a good 2-seam fastball. They're not overpowering at 92 miles an hour. And he has a slider and a changeup to go with it, but he can run the fastball in on your hands. You're a right-handed hitter.
Getting the chase, one away. Make your voice heard. Nominate your favorite plays of the week by tweeting us using the hashtag #RootFanFave. Watch the Mariners pregame show every Sunday. Find out your fan favorite plays of the week. Plus, each month, one lucky fan will win a Coors Light Yeti cooler just for participating. Official rules, visit rootsports.com. Rickey Henderson Field at the Coliseum here in Oakland. Here's Kyle Seager, base hit. Right field last time up. He's 1 for 2.
That was a long single, hit a line drive off the fence. There were runners on the bases, and they had to wait to see if it was going to be caught or not. And long single for Kyle. He would pick up an RBI.
Two to Kyle. Late journeys saw him make just a super spectacular grabbing a short hop ground ball in the third inning. It was 102 miles an hour off the bat of Marcus Simeon. Played it like he'd done it in his sleep. And low. Inside, Chris Prieto has to do a two-step.
Here's the glove work you were talking about, Dave.
That's nice.
Accurate throw, but great reaction.
Base hit in the third. 5th hit on the road trip. Down low. Foul again. Two pitch here to Kyle. And right into the shift. That's Lowry. Second baseman, 4-3 put out. 2 outs. Get Sounder Train and Link Light Rail tickets right to your phone. Paying is easy with the Transit Go ticket app.
Mike Zunino looking for his first hit. 0 for 2. And they have the shift on for him. Outfield straight away. And playing deep.
Strike one to Mike. Mike trying to break in 0 for 11. That's why you have 3 defenders left side of the infield.
Yep.
and smoked. Laureano not going to get that. Here's a throw to second, and Mike's in there. Say goodbye to that 0 for 11. Zunino with the double, his 12th of the year, comes with 2 outs here in the 5th.
Now batting, number 16.
He gets a fastball middle in and crushes it. Laureano, the center fielder, we were talking about him earlier in the game and what a good defender he has been, and he barely has time to turn around. This short hops the fence in center field 400 feet away.
There's Gamble, 2-run double, first time up. That was back in the 2nd inning. 2-out, 2-run double. Ernest got 3 runs in the 3rd inning. 2 of them were earned, 4 hits. A couple of errors made by the Athletics, and 2 men were left. Simeon, he might have beat it out. He did. Good hustle by Gamble. Good base hit. Zunino to 3rd.
It was a strange developing play. Simeon, I thought, would charge it. The ball was not hit hard, and Mike stopped originally, and maybe that distracted him a little because he was not going to go to 3rd, which is what he should have done. You can see him stop right there. Then all of a sudden he just takes off and maybe confused Simeon a little bit, but in the end it works out for the Mariners.
You're exactly right. That stutter step he took,
I think so.
He was thinking, wait a minute, how many outs are there? You know, one of those kind of deals,
Yeah,
right?
I think it distracted him enough to where he ended up sitting back on the ground ball, and Ben beats it out.
Innings alive here for Hannigan. Automatic double. He bounced one over the fence center field last time up. Fourth plate appearance here for Mitch. Round out to short, fouled out to first, and double to center. One. Runner breaks. Gamble on the move. He's in standing as Henniger swings through. Stolen base for Ben Gamble. 7 out of 10.
Able to steal it on a slider. No attempt at all by Luke Roy.
Jared barely paying attention. Ben takes advantage of it. Good stuff. 1-2 to Henniger. A couple of runners in scoring position for him.
Mitch doubled his last time up, extending his hitting streak to 13 games.
Sweeping breaking ball outside. 2-2.
Back-to-back sliders.
Got service. Doesn't look like it, but he's enjoying the 6-1 lead. Two. Surprised he didn't call time. And hit him. Ace is loaded. Didn't you feel like it was good? Mitch was going to call time, right?
I thought so too. And Guerin's been changing it up how long he will hold the ball when he comes set.
Number
And it
two,
looked as if he was going to have a
Gene
quick inning. Here's the two-seamer running in on him. But now he has all kinds of problems with the bases loaded. Started with a double by Zunino, infield hit, and then the hit batter. Bring it Segura. Gene was hit in the helmet his last time up with a curveball at 73, but nonetheless hit him in the helmet. He is 1 for 2.
Bases loaded for Gene. 2 down. There you go. Fewest games to 1,000 hits. Major League career all time. Mariners uniform. Ichiro, Ken Griffey Jr., Gene Segura, Edgar Martinez, and Alvin Davis, an august group to say the least. Bases loaded, straight up in the infield and outfield for Segura. 4th leading hitter in the league. Up the middle. There you go. Zunino scores. Gamble flying. Here's a throw from Laureano. Not in time. Another multi-hit game for Gene Segura. This one picks up 2 more runs. The Mariners now have an 8-1 lead here in the 5th. For Gene, gives him 60 runs batted in on the season. Love to see him swing the bat. Just back after being out for a couple of games. His 49th multi-hit game.
And both of his hits back up the middle. You can see the two-seamer running in on his hands, inside out swing, and he just slices it back the other way to pick up the base hit. Gamble, a very good base runner, rounding at 3rd. No problem for him to score from 2nd.
He's got plus speed. And the other thing we always talk about, he runs hard all the time.
All the time.
now batting, number 22, Robinson Cano.
So here's Cano with a chance to further extend this lead. And again, just like in the 2nd inning, the damage coming with 2 outs. Haniger at 2nd, Segura at 1st. Strike 1.
Hayes bullpen getting busy again.
Bobby, the 7th man to the plate. Dean Kuykefer seating up. 0-2 to Robbie. 1 for 3 and 1 run scored here tonight. Oh, 2 pitch. Bites it off. And a nice grab. Good jump there by Chad Pinder. But the Mariners do build on the lead. A 2-run single with 2 outs by Gene Segura. Extends the Mariner lead to 8-1 here in Oakland. For up-to-date game information and live interaction, be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Check us out and stay connected with Root Sports. Ryan Roland Smith joins us right now. Ryan, you saw your boy Liam Hendrickson start the game, but we want to focus mainly on Paxton right now. Pax looking good.
Ryan, is there a reason for James this year? There's times when he will use the curveball and the slider. Sometimes he'll just use the curveball. Sometimes it will be just the slider. Is there a reason for that?
Now batting first baseman, number 20, Marcana.
Well, there's no doubt about that one right there. Mark Cannon just hammered one out of here. 2-run shot. 3 RBIs in the night for Cannon. 15th home run. 3rd RBI tonight gives him 45 on the season. Now here come the A's right back. It's 8-3.
He's being aggressive. First pitch fastball, top of the strike zone, right in the middle of the plate. And he's able to barrel it up.
Now batting the catcher, number 21, Jonathan Troy.
Well, that's a heck of a job by Cannon, to be sure. What did you think of your countryman and friend Liam Hendricks starting the game, being the opener?
Yeah, he looked healthy too with fastball at 97, right? Last thing for me, for Ryan, or excuse me, for Pax tonight, they said 80, 85 pitches for him. That sound about right to you?
Absolutely. Ryan, thanks so much, and we look forward to hearing you and Angie on Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines at the end of this game. We'll talk about that last week of the season. Be at home, 3 with Oakland and 4 with Texas. Swing and a miss. Lucroy is gone. 8th strikeout for Paxton. 1 out here in the 5th.
Now batting shortstop, number 10, Marcus Semien.
And home run to Canna. 19th home run given up by Pax. 16 to right-handers. Top of the order, here's Semien. him tonight is walked. Seager robbed him of a base hit. Paxton standing. Strikeouts per 9. Sale, Cole, Verlander, Bauer, and Paxton. Those guys having good years.
Interesting after Cannon hit the first pitch fastball out. Started the next 2 hitters with the breaking ball.
Swing over the top. Strikeout number 9 for Paxton. Struck out 16 of the A's. Back on May 2nd in Seattle. Got a no decision on a 7-inning, 5-hit shutout performance.
James now at 81 pitches, so this will be his last inning. And here's the breaking ball down out of the strike zone. Gets him to chase it.
Now Chapman, strikeout and fly to right. 95, still pumping up some pretty good gas here. Three lead for the Mariners. Third game, 4-game set. Throwing here, 3-0. Mariners are 2 in the second, 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth. A's with a run in the second, 2 more here in the fifth. Back with a strike.
Yeah, James is at 85 pitches. Nobody getting loose in the pen right now. It appears Nick Vincent starting to take his jacket off. And he loses him.
Third walk. This one comes with 2 outs. Stoudemire going to come out and buy some time. MLB.TV is now available at a lower price for $49.99. Watch it every out-of-market regular season game live or on demand. Your subscription includes an MLB at Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV to take advantage of this special offer. He might have been overthrown, knowing it was his last out, last batter. And
yeah, and also a dangerous hitter, a hot hitter at the plate. Maybe being a little careful with him. You mentioned it, velocity is fine, which is typical for James. When he starts to get tired, he will lose command of the strike zone, so he's probably at the end of it.
This is where you strike, Jack. Come on, baby.
There's Lowry. Strikeout and the ground out. One.
What Ryan was talking about, Lowry guessing fastball on the first pitch and selling out on the fastball, but it was a curveball in the dirt. Picks up strike 1.
Paxton with 9 strikeouts. Last time he had that total, July 7th at home against Colorado in a loss. That's 7 in that game. Been the talk of baseball since June 16th. 47-19 record. Mariners were up by 11 games on them at one point. And the Mariners, they are doing the pursuing. Dangerous hitter against the Mariners. Fantastic year. 57 on the season against Seattle entering tonight. Not bad.
96 miles an hour on his hands.
Eight runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Mariners. 3 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for Oakland. Paxton trying to put him away here. Runner at first and a 2-2 pitch coming to Jed Lowry. Full count. Still nobody warming up. Chris Davis looms on deck. He can't get Lowry. That's a look you'd expect from the manager in this situation. 8-3. And lost him. Back-to-back walks. Third walk in the inning. 4 for the game. Runners at first and second with 2 outs.
And with that, bullpen will start to get busy. That looks like chasing Bradford.
Chasing call today.
It is Bradford.
That situation getting a little queasy here. There's Davis looks at ball 1. He's popped to Cano and struck out.
And James, 92 pitches, 60 strikes.
Schumann aboard, 8-3 lead for the Mariners. Wow, 2 in a row.
He's lost command of the strike zone. 94 pitches, 94. Probably getting tired.
Dig down for some confidence reserves. Big out to get here with Davis. Zach Duke, left-hander, has joined Bradford. Pitch. One foot in the downs, as you might expect. Big crowd reacts.
That's what he does. 39 home runs on the year.
Two 1 pitch. 3-1. Bats needs a big-time quality pitch right now. Davis, the 7th man to the plate. After getting 2 outs, back-to-back walks. Chris Davis, a career 2 for 14 with a home run against Paxton. Big spot here, 3-1. He did go as his home plate umpire, Adrian Johnson, full count.
The runners will take off on the pitch. And this is down out of the strike zone, but he chases it, not able to hold up his swing, trying to catch up to 96 miles an hour.
He needs an out. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Runners go, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Big K for Pax, 10 on the night, strands 2 and goes to the dugout with an 8-3 lead. And one of the bigger strikeouts he's had this season. Mariners may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Gene Segura, gentlemen wearing Gene's number proudly. Gene with another multi-hit game. Couple runs batted in. Here's Chris Hatcher.
4.24 ERA, 34 innings, 28 strikeouts.
His first batter is going to be Nelson Cruz. Now a fly to center. Walked and run scored, and a fielder's choice RBI. Cruz, Span, and Healy, 4, 5, and 6 in the order coming up. Strike 2 to Nelly. That's your 5th man out of the bullpen for Bob Melvin and the A's. Ellie plays off the high hard one.
Denard Span on deck. Top of 6. When the Mariners welcome the Orioles to town starting on Monday, fans are going to get back-to-back chances to score select bleacher or view level seats for $15 and main or club seats for $30. All part of Mariners Value Games presented by BVCU. Visit mariners.com/value. One of many Dodger fans, of Mariner fans that we've seen here in the building. Span has scored twice and grounded out. Got a base hit. Back in the 4th inning. Chasen Bradford getting loose again, so he will pitch the 6th inning. That will be it for Paxton.
Span trying to take advantage of 2-0 count, fouls it back. Three and one. It's a high strike, full count. So back-to-back full counts by Hatcher. 33 years old, out of Kinston, North Carolina. 8th year in the big leagues, Florida. The Dodgers, now a 2nd year with Oakland. Popped up. Outfielder taking charge. Chad Pinder for out number 2. Time now for our cricket attendance for tonight's game. Attendance 28,760, 28760. Fans here to see the ball game and post-game fireworks show here at the Coliseum. 2 outs, nobody on here in the 6th.
Ryan Healy, good night, 2 for 3. Scored a run. Ryan has been hot lately, though, over his last 14 games. Going into today, hitting .370 with 3 home runs and 9 RBIs.
Tell you what, punches his ticket into the lineup daily as hot as he's going right now. It's serious crunch time, September 1. Hits this one hard. Nice backhand down there by Chapman. Long throw got him. That's why he's one of the bright young third basemen in the league. Nearly hit it hard, nothing to show for it. Mariners go 1, 2, 3, and a 6.
Down today, his fastball topped out at 96 miles an hour. Had a plus knuckle curveball working for him. And up until that last inning, he was cruising right along. Kind of lost in the last inning, probably getting tired. But overall, it's great to have him back in the rotation. 5 innings, just 2 hits, 3 runs. They were earned. He had 4 walks. That's a little unlike him. But 10 strikeouts in the 5 innings, 98 pitches.
Foul ball off the bat of Stephen Piscotty greeting the new pitcher, Chasen Bradford. That's our Beacon Plumbing. Called to the pen. Mr. Bradford now in his 4th stint with the ball club this season.
Fastball in the low 90s with a slider. 38 appearance, 5-0 record, 3.23 ERA, 33 strikeouts, over 11 walks. Opponents hitting .253. He's given up 8 home runs this year. Nick Vincent and Zach Duke are getting loose in the pen, so lefty-righty ready to go.
So Bradford along with Ryan Cook, right-hand pitcher, catcher David Freitas, lefty reliever James Pazos, Justin Grimm, right-hander, and Chris McGraw, all recalled from Tacoma today. Scotty Pinder and Laureano, 5, 6, and 7 in the order with the Oakland Athletics. He strikes out Piscotty. Second time he's K'd tonight. Good start for Bradford. I'll bring up Chad Pinder, doubled and struck out tonight. Unlike the last 2 nights, neither team scored 5 runs in the first inning. Just a little wrinkle there by Chasen. Claimed off waivers from the Mets January of this year. Manfred getting the start in left field. Late game replacement in last night's game. First year in the big leagues for Jason Bradford, knocking around in the minor leagues since 2011. Fly ball heading out towards Denard's span. Plenty of room. 2 outs in the 6th. Stick around after the game for Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines. Angie Mentic, Ryan Rowland-Smith, Brad Adam here at the Coliseum. Postgame reacts. Mariners leading 8-3. The victory would drop to within 4.5 of the A's for the second wild card spot. Houston beat the Angels 7-3 tonight. And the Yankees hold the #1 wild card spot in the American League 2-1 over Detroit.
Zach Duke still getting loose in the pen for the Mariners, and the right-handers, one switch hitter in the lineup for the A's. But they do have 4 left-handed hitters on their bench.
Yeah. Got away.
Yep. They hit better in this game. So Zach Duke getting loose in case they run a pinch hitter out there.
We have Mark Canna driven in 3 runs tonight.
Just runs a fastball in on him, trying to hit the inside corner.
Back-to-back hit batters. That's not good.
That one was with a breaking ball.
Two outs, 2 on. Mariners up 8-3. So he hits the 7-hole hitter and the 8-hole hitter. Brings up Jonathan Lucroy, who struck out twice. Going to be a pinch hitter. Matt Joyce.
And that's why Zach Duke was getting loose.
Your attention, please, ladies
And Scott Service out of the dugout for the pitching change.
As soon as he heard the voice of Dick Callahan announcing Matt Joyce, Scott's going to make the pitching change. The lefty specialist, Zach Duke, will come on, try to end this 6th inning. 2 outs, 2 on for the A's. September 1, everybody. John wants to know what's the significance of the yellow ribbons and the armbands. Well, it's MLB and the club's wearing gold today to promote the fight against childhood cancer. That is a wonderful cause. So Zach Duke, see if he can get Fegley to end this 6th inning 2-out, 2-on threat.
58 appearances, a 4.3 ERA, 42 strikeouts, over 19 walks, bonus hitting .287. He's going to have just the 1 home run this year. Nick Vincent still getting loose in the pen.
Fegley 0 for 1. Again, Zach Duke, first pitch. Bouncing ball to Segura, feeds to Cano, inning over. Nicely done. Put in a hard day's work, Zach. Got it, baby. 8-3 lead. All right, Ants, thank you very much. Ryan Buchter takes over. The new catcher is Josh Fegley.
Buchter is the 7th pitcher for the A's this evening, and they have plenty more to follow. Fastball, curve, cutter for Buchter. His average fastball this year is at 92 miles an hour. ERA at just over a 3. 32 strikeouts, 12 walks, bonus hitting .246 against him.
Buchter's going to face the bottom 3rd of the order. Seager, Zunino, and Gamble. I understand a nice run scoring runs in 4 consecutive innings. 2 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, and 2 in the 5th. Seager with a base hit. Right field. 3rd inning, 1 for 3. Seen all kinds of styles out of this bullpen too. One here to Kyle, leading off top of the 7th. Hit it well, but right to the right fielder, Piscotty. CenturyLink brings you what's next. Edwin Jackson's given a heck of a lift to this A's starting rotation. Meanwhile, Felix making his 51st career appearance against the A's. He's got a 26-12 record career with a 2.71 ERA. Really something. 1-3 against the A's this year. Zanino popped it up. Two outs. Notice here, I've seen a lot, but it seems like in particular this place, pop-ups, guys on both teams catching with two hands. And you played here.
There's some swirling wind here.
I was talking to Lowry about that during BP, and he was talking about some of the balls that get knocked down, some of the ones that get blown all over the place.
I was thinking about that today because when I went down to the field and was watching batting practice behind the cage, it was perfect. It was a beautiful day, 70 degrees, and there was no breeze at all.
So the ball's like...
Yeah, it's taking off, but as I was standing there, all of a sudden, there was a little bit of a breeze blowing in from left. You could feel it, and that would die down, and all of a sudden, it's at your back blowing straight out, and just moving around. And I was talking to Edgar about it, and he says it just swirls all the time. So you just don't know in here, and that's the reason why they're so careful. It's also with all this foul territory you have, you can't give up on anything because you never know, the wind might bring it back to you. And you got to be balanced too. You notice everybody has a really good base when they get under. Yeah, you don't want your eyes moving up and down and causing you some problems, but it can be difficult. And it's a cool evening here, and there is some breeze.
Going out towards the right based on the flags we see. But the Raiders sign out in right field.
Nick Vincent will pitch the bottom of the seventh.
So he's got the twist and turn on for Pender, but he makes a nice play. 1-2-3 go the Mariners in the seventh. Time to stretch. Mariners enjoy an 8-3 lead. Play Washington's lottery. Play today. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. Game 3 of this critical series as we get into the month of September. Weren't we just in Peoria?
Seemed like it.
Good grief. Nick Vincent takes over for the Mariners.
Nick's average fastball at 90 miles an hour. Cutter slider. This will be his 50th appearance on the year. A 4.17 ERA. Opponent's hitting .224. He's given up 5 home runs. Be the top of the lineup. Simeon, Chapman, Lowry. Due up. Guillermo Heredia will take over in center field. Mitch Haniger will move to right and Gamble out of the game.
Nick Vincent. Top of the order, Marcus Simeon. First pitch strike from Nick. Walk. Ground out to third, and a fabulous play by Seager, and a strikeout for Simeon tonight. Houston in the clubhouse, 7-3 winners at home against the Angels. Yankees beat Detroit 2-1. Some of these series coming up. When we leave here, the Yankees come here for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday against the A's, and we get them next weekend. Very interesting. Latest report, they were talking about Oldest Chapman might not be ready for postseason. Look out.
Boston winning tonight. Cleveland lost to Tampa. Fastball inside.
Tell you what, Tampa doesn't have a bad first half.
Yeah, they've been playing well. You're right about that.
Boy, I mean, they're over 500. They've blown up most of that team. Segura throws out Simeon. On the way here in the home seventh. Coming up on Root Sports, it's another Beacon Plumbing High School football game. Tune in Thursday to see the Hockinson Hawks versus the Archbishop Murray Wildcats at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Don't miss all the action this season on Root Sports. Brought to you by Beacon Plumbing, Heating, Electrical, and Mechanical. Stop prinking, call Beacon. Well, you're into the early season college football, rooting for your boys in purple.
I was today. Yeah, had a chance to see some of the game. Fortunately, didn't work out for them, but fun to have college football going again.
Matt Chapman, the hitter. Strikeout, fly to right in the walk. On the bat. Two and one. Chapman 1 for 7 against Nick Vincent. Paxton started, Bradford, Duke, and now Nick. Two pitch. So coming up after the Mariners, the A's have the Yankees for 3 and Texas for 3 here. Then they go east. Baltimore 3, Tampa Bay 3. Come home for the Angels, Twins, and then we'll see them again. And they finish up at the Angels.
Late swing for Matt Chapman. Big fastball right where it typically is, 90 miles an hour.
And again, deception. You can't pick him up.
Late swings on us. The reason why you see all these high velocities, but his velocity at 90 is good enough.
When he first got here and all that success, was it Edgar? Somebody said they stood in. He said, I couldn't pick the ball up. Great job hiding it. Strike 3 called. 2 down. I just painted that baby. 2 down here in the 7th. Brings up Lowry. 2 for 6 against Nick Vincent. This evening, Lowry strikeout, ground out to Cano and a walk. Ball 1. band towards the bullpen. Long run. And he's there. Nice job, Vincent. 1, 2, 3. We move to the 8th. Coming up for the Mariners, it'll be Mitch Haniger, Gene Segura, and Robbie Cano. Brought to you by Jack in the Box. Try something different like Jack's Teriyaki Bowls, only at Jack in the Box for a limited time. By Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. By CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. And by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. 8-3 lead for the Mariners. Third game of a 4-game set. Super important stuff. There you go. Ultimate father-daughter baseball roundup trip. One season, 30 stadia. Nice. Very nice.
Just
well
about
done.
there. 29.
J.B. Wendelken's the new pitcher.
Average fastball this year at 95 miles an hour. Curve changeup to go with it.
You had 7 men out of the pen. You win right now. Mitch Haniger. Breaking ball hit the center field. Laureano giving chase. It's slicing away, but he runs it down.
Well, when the A's started with the opener and they had all the call-ups and we counted 14 gentlemen out in the bullpen.
Right.
Yeah, feeling we would see a number of them tonight, and we have.
Gene Segura picked up an RBI single, 2 RBI single back in the 5th. Second hit of the night. Gene, a hit machine.
Alex Colomé will be next up for the Mariners.
49th multi-hit game for Segura. Again, J.D. Martinez leads with 53, and Francisco Lindor at 51 is second.
Just 6 appearances for Wendelken, but he's pitched well. ERA just over 1. Almost hitting 161.
Another base hit for Gene Segura. Another single. So 1-out base runner here in the 8th.
Number 22, Robinson Cano.
He's hit the ball up the middle a couple of times, and now another inside-out swing. Slicing line drive into right field.
Gene's got 122 singles, tops in the American League. 3 more hits, that gives him 162. Check and see what Martinez did. Sitting at 164 starting today. Here's Robbie. JD Martinez, 2 for 4 today.
Cano is 1 for 4.
A month away from the playoffs. Got a chance to be very interesting and super competitive in the American League. Coulombe. Fun conversation with Scott Service, just chewing the fat about where the Mariners are right now. Like, hey man, keep playing. You just, again, the words live forever in baseball. You just never know.
You never know. Keep playing and applying pressure.
Lowry. Hey, bobble. Does not get the lead runner. They get Cano for the second out. Segura with good speed. He's at second base with 2 outs. On the go, no problem. Mariners are at your fingertips with the Root Sports mobile app. Just download the app and log in with your participating TV provider account info. It's only available to customers whose TV subscription includes Root Sports. Check now to see if your provider is participating. 2 outs, sets it up for Cruz. Fielder's choice RBI. Back in the 4th, he scored a run.
I have the Mariners 6 for 14 with runners in scoring position tonight.
It works. Started today 12th in the major leagues in that category at 254. Time to enjoy another long ride by Nelly, I think. Yep, you might be able to get one here.
Get a fastball to his liking.
Two outs, 1-1 count to Cruz. And at second. Alex Coulombe, when he comes in, and I'll have Davis, Piscotty, and Pinder middle of the order for the A's. Popped it out. There's that swirling wind again, right? Mariners don't score in the 8th. Alex Coulombe will come on. In Oakland, Mariners have an 8-3 lead, third game of this series. We'll be sending Felix Hernandez to the mound tomorrow. Alex Colomé takes over. Ryan Rowland-Smith rejoins us from our studio. Alex has really been good. Can you give us your breakdown on what he's done this year, Ryan?
Hitting off the bottom of the 8th inning for the Athletics. Designated hitter, number 2, Chris Davis.
The slider you're talking about is a little bit unusual, Ryan, because I'm not sure what to call it, a slider or a cutter. It's at 91, sometimes 92 miles an hour. So, go ahead. You know what, Ryan, I was thinking about it, looking at this game tonight and all the relievers that are coming into the game. You've certainly been there yourself, but when you're playing these games and you're trying to win them all like the Mariners are, and you have all these guys in the pen, you're going to have, I guess, what you would call your regular guys, the guys that have been here all year to do a certain role. So there's going to be guys that are going to be stuck in that pen for 6, 7, 8, 9 days without pitching. How difficult is it for them to stay sharp? Davis gives us a good ride out to right field.
And he's got that opposite field power, and he rides it out indeed. 40th home run. 40th home run for Chris Davis, RBI number 105. So that's how he greets Colomé here in the 8th. 8-4 ball game now.
40. But how do those guys stay sharp, Brian?
Now batting right fielder, number 25, Steven Piscotty.
Oh boy.
Hits the bag. Piscotty on an 0-2 pitch. And Ryan, thanks so much. We'll catch you on Mariners postgame. We're going to buy Alaska Airlines after this contest. Boy, that's a hard luck for Colomé. Base hit off the bag.
Kyle was in position. He was going to make this play, and it's right off the base, pops it up straight in the air, and an infield base hit. We're going to have a pinch hitter. Matt Olson has come out. He will pinch hit. He will hit for Chad Pender.
Your attention, please. Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, for the Athletics, batting for Pender, number 28.
Pinch hitter here in the 8th.
Olson.
Matt Olson, 240, 24 homers, 65 runs batted in. There are his numbers. Home run and a single off the bag. Eight-4 ball game. one even at 101.
He's staying with the slider. Couple of sliders to get 2 strikes on Olsen. Slider away from him.
Infield pushed around towards the right side. Outfield pretty much straight away. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Big strikeout for Alex Coleman. One away.
Staying with the slider, 2 of them away. This one back inside off the plate as he swings over the top of it, expecting to get the fastball in there, and just speeds him up. Perfect location.
Laureano strikeout looking, walking, run scored, hit by a pitch tonight. Fielded double play depth. And there's a base hit up the middle. It was going to be Mark Canna.
Now batting.
Canna's driven in 3 runs tonight. RBI ground out, 2-run homer, and he was hit by a pitch.
Laureano aggressive first pitch fastball out over the plate. Just drives it right back up the middle.
Leadoff home run by Chris Davis. Joins Jimmy XX Fox as the only A's player with 3 consecutive seasons of 40 or more home runs. 2 on. Has been the 8th inning guy for the Mariners. Still looking for a double play ball right here. Cannon's home run came back in the 5th. Laureano walked on a 3-1 pitch and attacks. Attack on the first pitch by Cannon. No doubt about it. Home run to left field. 1-1. 2 balls, 1 strike.
A lot of sliders from Alex tonight. Very few fastballs. The runner's on. Already a run scored. Edwin Diaz just starting to get loose.
Coleman trying to quiet the crowd here. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Piece of Zunino on the foul. Chip 2-2. Josh Begley, the catcher's on deck.
Canna giving Mike Zunino some time. That ball hit him on the inside of his left leg.
Professional courtesy. Adrian Johnson, home plate umpire, during his part as well.
Alex can execute a pitch right here, possibly get a double play.
They're in agreement now. Canna calls time. Quick pitch here, 2-2. Full count. A little hot water here, 8th inning. Mariners up 8-4. Couple of men aboard. Payoff pitch here to Mark Canna. Lost them. Bases are loaded. Tying run coming to the plate.
Going to get a pinch hitter. Be Fowler.
So Dustin Fowler started last night's game, went 0 for 5.
Mel Stottlemyre out of the dugout. Ready to go over the scouting report on the pinch hitter.
Here's what's in front of the Mariners as we are now in the month of September. We come home, play the Orioles for three night games. Don't forget, that's Labor Day on Monday. It's a 6:10 first pitch. Day off on Thursday. Yankees come in for 3. Then the Padres will see them again, second time in 2 weeks. Then the final road trip. That's a doozy, too. 4 now in Anaheim, 3 at Houston, and 3 in Arlington. Mariners will wrap up the home season with 3 games against the A's and 4 against the Rangers. Big spot right here. Fowler, the tying run at the plate. 1 out, bases loaded. Strike 1.
First pitch fastball for a strike, so I'm wondering if that was part of the conversation from Mel, was to try to use the fastball a little bit more. Alex has thrown a lot of sliders in the inning.
Here's the 0-1.
Seeing with a slider right there. 20 pitches so far, 12 strikes.
Shot the slider tonight. Open for a double play ground ball. 1-1 pitch. Fouled off.
Fastball's been 95 miles an hour tonight. That one was well located on the outside corner and elevated just enough. It was a late swing from Fowler. Fowler, you will turn the lineup over. Simeon waiting on deck.
Tight situation here, 1 and 2. Bases loaded. Willamette deals. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 outs here in the 8th.
A couple of fastballs away, set up the slider that time inside. The 2 strikeouts have been on the slider to left-handed hitters inside, and now Scott Service out of the dugout. He's going to make a pitching change and go to Edwin Diaz. Well executed pitch. Primera Supermo, as you see the spin of the ball. And it will just disappear on Fowler as he swings over the top of it.
So 4 out save situation for Mr. Diaz. Here he comes. The bases loaded, 2 outs here in the 8th. 8-4 Mariners. Bottom 8. What a big spot, Mike.
You betcha. 64 appearances on the year, a 1.97 ERA. Opponent's hitting just 158 against Edwin, and Simeon has some pop. That's the reason why Scott Servais decided to go to get Edwin Diaz. 108 strikeouts in 64 innings. Upper 90s fastball and a hard slider.
Simeon's 0 for 7 against him. Base hit. 2-run scoring. And booted out in the outfield. It's going to clear the bases. A 1-run game on the first pitch from Eddie Dean.
That is the first hit for the A's with the runner in scoring position tonight. And here you go, first pitch, fastball, middle of the plate. He lines it over shortstop's head, right over Segura, and then Span has an issue trying to pick it up. Actually kicked it. 3 runs will score. Ball game is on right now.
So Canna scores on the East 7. Matt Chapman tying run at second. 1-1. Chapman 0 for 6 against Diaz. 1-1 the count. And he's holding on by a thread, swinging a miss.
Elevated fastball, 98 miles an hour.
Pitch he threw to Simeon was up. Simeon got all over.
This will probably be a slider off the plate away. Try to get him to chase. Put him away for the strikeout.
1-2.
There's a slider. Can get him to chase it though.
Chapman, the 8th man to the plate here in the 8th inning. We go 2-2.
Oh, fastball in the corner. It didn't get the call at 98 miles an hour.
Oh, what do you got to do? Plate umpire Adrian Johnson.
Mike frames it for him, and Edwin was on his way to the dugout.
Here we go, 3-2. Flying and a miss, struck him out. Boy, did he need that. Keep it a 1-run Mariner lead as the A's strike for 4 runs. And they have tightened things up. It's 8-7 Mariners. important on a 3-2 pitch right here.
Now with a runner in scoring position. Good fastball, top of the strike zone on the outside corner, executed.
So Diaz on for his second, fourth, 4-out save. Here's Familia. Now they're getting into the super hardcore realm of this bullpen. Familia scoreless inning, 3 strikeouts last night. Here's Span to lead it off. Strike one. Span, Healy, and Seager 5, 6, and 7 here in the ninth. Ninth pitcher for the A's ties an Oakland record for pitchers in a 9-inning game. So Olsen stays in the game at first. Canna moves from first to left, and Bo Taylor takes over behind the plate. 0-2 to Span. Right, great call. That's the same pitch that Diaz didn't get the last inning. One away.
Going to be another fastball inside. They were trying to go away, but catches the inside corner.
Now batting, number 27, Ryan Healy.
Familia's got a very good fastball. Healy likes the fastball. Let's see what this brings here. Couple of hits, an RBI, a strikeout. Hard ground out to third for Healy. Ball one. No pitch.
Serious movement on a good fastball at 95 miles an hour.
Was the Mets closer. Familia, and he has come here to Oakland and has thrived. 1-2 to Ryan. 1 out, nobody on here in the ninth. Familia coming over from the Mets on the 21st of July. All 2 strikes. Bottom of the ninth, Diaz is going to get Lowry, Chris Davis, and Piscotty 3, 4, and 5 in the A's lineup. Two.
He is keeping the fastball in on his hands, 95 to 97, with some late run to it.
Here we go, 1-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Kyle Seager's on deck for the Mariners. Two to Healy, straight up in the infield and outfield. Baba Simeon, the shortstop, very friendly hop. Throws out his former teammate. 2 down. Kyle Seager coming to bat tomorrow. We'll wrap up this series and our final game here in Oakland this season. Felix Hernandez has had sparkling numbers against the A's. His career 26-12 goes against Edwin Jackson, who's had a really good run since being picked up from the Washington Nationals after it was cut loose there. Bouncing ball to Olsen. Flips to Vermillion. Here we go. Buckle up. 1-run lead. Mariners 8-7. It is sugar time. Can he close it down here to give the Mariners their second win in this series? In Oakland, Edwin Diaz came on, and first pitch in the 8th inning gave up a 2-run single and an error, made it a 3-run ball put in play to make this a 1-run game. Now Jed Lowry's going to lead it off here. Mariners up by 1. Then Chris Davis, who hit his 40th home run, and Stephen Piscotty. Ball 1, Jed Lowry.
In the 8th inning, Edwin topped out at 98 miles an hour. First fastball in this inning, 96.
Lowry career 2 for 6 against Diaz. He's behind 2-0. Fly ball, right field, hooking foul. Diaz with 2 4-out saves this season. April 21 at Texas, June 8th at Tampa Bay. Mariners have led all the way. Here's a pitch. Check at third, Brian Gorman.
Did not get him to chase the slider. 90 miles an hour.
3-1. Chris Davis on deck. Major league leader in home runs now with 40. Big out here to get Seager. Going to take a look, but that will get into the stands.
Tied him up with a fastball at 97.
He is ready. 3-2 pitch to Lowry, leading off the ninth. Lost and tying runs aboard.
Went back to the slider, and he did not chase it. Dave mentioned Davis with his 40th home run out to right field. He has power to all fields.
What a distinction he has now with that home run. Joins Jimmy Fox, only players in athletics history with 3 consecutive 40-plus home run seasons. Fox did it 32 through 34. Franklin Barreto is running for Lowry.
That was the last position player on the bench for Bob Melvin.
Mariners got 2 in the second, 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth. Build up a good-looking lead. A's are chipped away. 2 in the fifth, 4 in the eighth. One.
Power versus power. 97 inside corner, elevated fastball.
Davis 1 for 7 against Evan. Diaz with the 1-1 pitch. 2-1.
All the outfielders deep. Kyle Seager on the line at third, trying to stay away from the double.
2-1 pitch from Diaz. Back to the strike to even the count at 2-2. Major League home run leader. Diaz trying to put him away. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. 1 out. Diaz with a huge K. His second since coming on.
Once again, he saved the slider till he had 2 strikes on the hitter, and here it is, 90 miles an hour on the outside corner. Able to keep it away from Davis.
1 out, 1 on, 1-run lead. Brings up Stephen Piscotty, the right fielder. There are his career numbers against Diaz. First pitch strike. Got a base hit, hard hit base hit down the third baseline. Hit the bag. He was ready to make a play. Got away from Kyle for a base hit. Back, ready ahead, 0-2. Gene and Arabi. Double play depth up the middle for the Mariners.
Diaz able to get away with a pitch. It was a slider. They wanted it away, left it middle in, fouled it straight back.
Oh, 2 pitch. Fist.
Trinan getting loose in the pen for the A's.
Let's say we injured right here.
That sounds great. Last pitch was 98, elevated in, might go back to the slider.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and miss, got him.
Yeah, elevated fastball, good pitch, well located.
3 strikeouts for Diaz. 2 down.
High target from Mike, and he hits it. You're going to see the elevated fastball again to Matt Olson, who's walking to the plate. From Era Supremo, late swing from Piscotty.
One more out to get. Olson 2 for 4 against Diaz. First pitch. Swing and a miss. High drama here in Oakland. 8-7. Mariners have led all the way, and the A's just will not go away. Pitch. Swing. He got him there. 0-2.
Yeah, they're going to try to stay at the top of the zone with Olsen. He has a loop in his swing.
One more strike. Diaz 0-2 in charge. Pitch. Up high. Ball one. Here we go, 1-2. And a pitch. Did he go? Check with Brian Gorman. He said no. 2-2. Walking a tightrope here in Oakland.
Well, I'll say last 3 pitches, all of them are elevated.
Crowd making some noise. 28,760. Pitch from Diaz. Ball 3.
Went to the slider. Trying to throw it down and in and get him to chase it.
Man, oh man. Olsen, dangerous hitter with 24 home runs. 3-2 pitch. Game on the line. Eddie D deals. Pitch. Fouled back up here. Loretto, the runner at first. Pinch running for Lowry. He is going to be on the giddy up here on this 3-2 pitch. Diaz set. Comes to the plate. The pitch. Fouled back.
Didn't elevate that fastball. Better swing from Olsen. 98 miles an hour on the inside corner.
Boy, you can read the tension on the faces of the coaching staff right there. Infielders move over to the right now. Robbie a little bit deeper in right field. Diaz, the pitch, 3-2, fouled off.
Back to the slider. What a battle. 8 pitches in the at-bat.
Diaz leading Major League Baseball in saves, and man, this is a critical point right here. Trying to get back to 4.5 games behind the A's in the wild card chase for the second spot. Diaz ready. 3-2 pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. He got him. Edwin Diaz with his third 4-out save. Breathe easy. Mariners win it 8-7. Wow.
3 strikeouts in the inning. A lot of drama. It looked as if it was going to be an easy win for the Mariners. Give the A's some credit. They were able to crawl back into it, but at the end of the day, it's Diaz, his 51st save on the season. 3 strikeouts in the 9th.
That is the quintessential definition of a save. Well done, Eddie Diaz. 8-7 Mariners. They're up 2-1 in this series. And Felix tomorrow for the win in this series. For Mike Flowers, I'm Dave Sims. Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines starts right now with Angie and Ryan.